We all know that when Jesus Christ, todos sabemos que cuando Jesucristo was taken, fue tomado by the authorities, por las autoridades, he was jailed, fue encarcelado. And we are talking in regards of two armies. Estamos hablando del trabajo de dos armadas. One, it was the one controlling the surveillance and the surroundings. Una que era la que conducía el trabajo de mantener seguras las puertas de los alrededores y aún introduciéndose dentro de la ciudad. And the other one, y la otra, era the internal army, la armada interna, which means that that area, esa área, it was compressed, estaba ya comprimida, estaba ya apretada in regards of laws, con respecto a las leyes, in regards of the surveillance, con lo que corresponde a estar mirando, ¿verdad? A estar patrullando, ¿verdad? And to make every citizen, y hacer que los ciudadanos uphold the law, fueran capaces de respetar las leyes. When Jesus Christ was in the jail, cuando Jesucristo estaba en la cárcel, and as people have military experience, y a como la gente tiene experiencia militar of any kind, from any kind of country, ¿verdad? De alguna forma, de cualquier país, nos damos cuenta, we find out what it was happening, qué era lo que estaba pasando mientras Jesucristo estaba encarcelado, qué era lo que pasó, qué fue lo que hicieron los soldados, ¿verdad? En contra de los principios que le corresponden. Against the principle in which correspond to each thing. Ahí dice que los soldados, right, the soldiers, took Jesus Christ to Rome Empire. Tomaron a Cristo para llevarlo a los romanos, ¿verdad? And the Romans didn't found any guilt. Que los romanos no encontraron falta. But we also read in the scriptures, también nosotros leímos en las escrituras, that the emperor who was in charge, que el emperador que estaba a cargo, asked Jesus Christ, le preguntó a Cristo that if he was, que si él era the king of the Jews, right? Que si él era el rey de los judíos, ¿verdad? And obviously, when somebody comes in to make a statement like this, cuando alguien viene y hace, ¿verdad?, una confesión de tal índole, tuvo que haberle preguntado, right? He obviously asked, where is your people? ¿Dónde está tu gente? Where is your army? ¿Dónde está tu armada? Who is in this place to give faith that you are who you say you are? ¿Quién está en este lugar diciendo o dando fe? Who can come over to give an affidavit, right? That you are the man or the king that you said that you are. ¿Quién puede, de todo el pueblo que tú dices que tienes, que pueda venir a dar testimonio de que tú eres quien dices que eres? Y Jesucristo le habló de lo sobrenatural, ¿verdad? Porque Jesucristo tenía el poder de querer poder. Because Jesus Christ had the power. Jesus Christ had the power of wanting to hold the law and call the law and respect the law and to apply all the beautiful things that we have already know people can be able to achieve. Miracles he performed. Speeches he gave to the emperor. The power of his father, el poder de su padre, he showed to these people. Él mostró a estas gentes. What is that we are coming up saying that Jesus Christ in his interview with the Roman emperor, porque estamos diciendo que durante la entrevista que tuvo Jesucristo con el emperador, él mostró el poder de Dios a este hombre. Pudo ser capaz de convencer que su pueblo es, porque él ya lo dijo, porque el emperador ya lo había dicho, porque él había dicho, porque la palabra de Dios dice que del corazón salen las palabras. Because in the Bible it states that from the hearts all the words come in. And obviously he was saying this because he was following the life of Christ, porque el emperador estaba siguiendo los caminos de Cristo. Even one of his soldiers received the power or have had the blessings to receive a miracle. And I'm very sure that the soldier, when he received, when his son received the healing, y yo estoy en lo bien seguro, que cuando el soldado romano había venido a Cristo pidiéndole que sanara a su hijo, fue y le dijo a el emperador de las maravillas del Nazareno, right? Y no era que Jesucristo, it wasn't that Jesus Christ was not able. He was defending himself with the power he had already seated. Él se defendió con el poder de lo que él hizo, no solamente a su pueblo, sino a el soldado romano que había venido a pedir milagro para su hijo. Se habla también, and it's been said, right, que tanto la mujer del emperador, it's been said that also the wife of this emperor, Roman emperor, it was following very closely the life of Christ. And she was very convinced, as she was a spy actually, as she was somebody who had to be listened, because she was in the middle of the truth of what was going on in that time in those places. ¿Verdad? Y estamos diciendo que tanto la esposa del emperador como el mismo emperador romano, ¿verdad?, que estaba a cargo de la ciudad, eran testigos por haber seguido a Cristo, ¿verdad?, paso a paso a través de las cosas que se estaban haciendo. Y el emperador lo dejó ir. El emperador, the Roman emperor, Fred Jesus Christ. That's what the Bible said. Fred Jesus Christ, after beat him up, lo puso en un poco de libertad después de que lo golpeó. When we talk about beating somebody, we're not just talking about that he received certain hits in the body, right? We're not just going to be talking that he was hurt with different war strategies against his body. There is one illness. There is one illness in every kind of military, which is called horseplaying. Horseplaying is the worst illness that there is in any kind of army. Tomar por merecido y hacer la burla. Burlistas es la peor de las enfermedades que existen en las armadas de cualquier parte del mundo. And but it happened that so-and-so person decided to go and force leave because they have to go and attend social duties, family duties. Y resulta que X soldado, ¿verdad?, se va y tiene que irse en una ida forzosa para atender negocios familiares de mucha urgencia, donde posteriormente deciden que ya no van a regresar, where after all they decided that they're not going to come back because they can deal with this kind of life, because it's not the way that they dream about to be part of a teamwork. And some of them never come back, or they go and sell the name to somebody else. And the other person without training, and the other person without interested, and the other person not being qualified to be part of a team like that, comes over to mess up, where the truth is human trafficked. Decimos que las personas que se van forzosamente para atender a sus familiares de la línea de combate, muchas de las veces no regresan por no haber encontrado que valía la pena, o encontraron que era en contra, o estaban actuando en contra de su vida y hasta para salvar su vida. Se van y no regresan, donde ahí se encuentran a otra persona que nunca anda haciendo nada, a otra persona que está a punto de morir o que los buscan para matarlos. Y esas personas entran con el nombre de las personas que ya nunca van a regresar, poniendo, ¿verdad? Y es así como crece esta clase de enfermedades de grupos, porque las personas no tienen entrenamiento. Because these people who eventually came in to be part of this team, of this platoon, did not have the training, because these people do not have the interest, because these people do not have the education good enough in order to be part of a rescue team. And that's the reason that Jesus Christ was beaten. He was victim of a horse playing, which is what it was written in the Bible. The real papers who explain everything, even his cursings. La palabra de Dios que está escrita originalmente tiene un montón de maldiciones. Porque se tiene que escribir la verdad. Because the truth, it has to be written. And the truth is that all these things that those people were using, all the things that they were using in order to control the situation, it was for the self-enjoyment. Era todas las cosas que utilizaron los romanos en ese tiempo. Fue que gentes enfermas, víctimas del horseplay, de ponerse a ser burlistas, agarraron al Señor Jesucristo al puro borlote, olvidándose de la seriedad, olvidándose que son los hijos de Dios, olvidándose que se estaba llevando a cabo un negocio oficial. Otro problema es la introducción de licor en la hora de trabajo, en la línea de defensa, a la hora de estar haciendo el trabajo que deben hacer. Y se meten como medicamentos y se meten, ¿verdad?, en otros envases para poder andar haciendo de las suyas y para poder ellos agarrar su dinero, right? Which means that everything becomes their business, not the emperor's business. Cuando a Jesucristo lo fueron se le llama algo que no debe existir tampoco en las tropas, se llama provoking speeches. Lo fueron a provocar. Todas estas cosas de las que yo estoy hablando, all these little things that I'm talking about are anonymous in the military. And all these little details are written in the Bible, which are illness that the troops have been and dream of, that one day people do not behave like that. Because it's when the man dies. Because it's when the mission fails. Porque cuando la gente aplica estas cosas sin sentido, la tropa falla y el platoon, la gente muere por necedad, because people nags about things that are not needed. When people get tired of listening, when people are not watchful, cuando la gente se pone a desorientarse, a descuidarse y comienzan a emborracharse y a hablar cosas que no deben, and that's when the mission fails. Y así es como la misión falló. La misión de haber instituido la ley del emperador romano falló con Cristo cuando comenzaron a mofarse de Cristo, right? When the soldiers starting horseplaying and messing around with Jesus Christ and getting drunk and playing drunk and beating him up and doing things when privately he was in a place where nobody's supposed to be in. They failed the mission as a powerful troops. Ellos perdieron la misión de una tropa poderosa. Because they missed the blessings of the Lord, porque ahí perdieron la bendición de Dios, porque fueron a exagerar, because they went to exaggerate. I'm very sure that when they were beating up Jesus Christ in the room, in private, he passed away. I don't know if you ever had a blister. Yo pienso que Cristo murió cuando ellos fueron a mofarse y a golpearlo y a hacerle cosas, ofreciéndole su ayuda de ellos para poder llevárselo, para poder esconderlo y que les diera dinero y luego a lo mejor fueron y le pidieron dinero, porque él sabía dónde estaban los mapas para ir por su dinero. Because he knew where the money that he could take for his mission was. He was a friend of the powerful people in Egypt. And they knew where all the richness of so many kings were. Jesucristo era amigo, fue entrenado por los faraones egipcios. Desde que estaba pequeño, él fue entrenado en las artes del sacerdocio egipcio desde el punto de vista hebreo, porque Dios lo educó como un rey. Because the Lord trained Jesus Christ to become a king, to be a king. Y también, and also, it's been written, y también fue escrito, y está escrito, that Jesus Christ made miracles, que Jesucristo hizo milagros when he was a teenager, cuando él fue un adolescente. And that he went to live, y que él fue a vivir con sus tíos, parientes y mucha gente. And that he went to live with brothers, with his uncles, with relatives from around. Jesucristo had money to give to the Roman world. Jesucristo tenía suficiente dinero para darle a los guardas romanos. Pero también está dicho, está escrito en la palabra de Dios que Jesucristo convenció a los soldados de que Él era el rey. It's been said that Jesus Christ had the power to convince the soldiers that He was the king. But the soldiers don't have crowns. Y los soldados no tienen coronas. And they didn't have anything. And when Jesus Christ was talking to them and offering salvation, because he came to provide knowledge to people to understand what the salvation was all about. Cuando Jesucristo vio el interés de los soldados romanos, Él les ofreció el plan de salvación. Porque tenemos el pasaje de que salió, ¿verdad?, a invitar a los caminantes que venían por los caminos, porque a los que Él vino no le recibieron, right? And we say that Jesus Christ, when he was in the jail, he was victim of horse-playing and all these diseases the armies usually have a tendency to have. All these soldiers drunk, playing, negotiating for their own money, right? Had Jesus Christ offering the salvation for their souls, and when they found out that Jesus Christ convinced them, somehow these people, as they didn't listen all the story, right? Somebody else along the way came, and if they were drunk, obviously they're not going to understand. And if they're not troops, if they don't have the strategies to apply the law, to make people to uphold the law, obviously, they're not going to be soldiers. Obviously, they're not going to be there to understand. Obviously, they have nothing else to do but just to beat up whatever that is over there. And if he doesn't have the money with him, and nobody comes over to provide the rescue money, he's going to be killed or he's going to be beaten, and nobody's going to care because the person is going to get upset, right? That's what was happening to those soldiers. Eso era, ¿verdad? Que cuando Jesucristo estaba con los soldados romanos, ¿verdad? Ellos le ofrecieron lo que ellos pudieron. Ya no tanto para el emperador, porque pudieron haber dicho, oh, se nos escapó, oh, se esfumó, oh, whatever, right? The thing is that because those people were victims of all these diseases, the armies usually have to have, they were in these conditions where the money was the only thing they were looking for. They were they were not interested really into any kind of soul salvation because they didn't understand anything about that. They were not interested, right, in any other kind but just the richness. Just the money, right? And so they saw that nobody brought the money. Being drunk, they went to do the wrong thing with Jesus. Y cuando ellos vieron que no vino el dinero, ¿verdad? Pues lo golpearon más. Pero I'm very sure that he passed away. Yo sé bien que él murió. And there are so many ways that homeostasis from the body will make you see things or will keep you awake, right? Y yo sé bien que por medio de la homeostasis que el cuerpo tiene de estar balanceando los signos vitales, el Señor abría sus ojos para mirar. ¿Verdad? Jesus Christ passed away. Jesus Christ passed away. I don't know if you ever got a broken bone. If you faint because the pain and that you cannot be able to move around. How could Jesus Christ be walked with a cross if he had ribs broken already? If he was already beat up in the head? If he was already with broken legs? That was impossible. The interpretation of parts of the Holy Scriptures state little details like those, but there are so many others. Las escrituras que se escogieron para escribir los detalles lo escribieron de esa manera y sencillamente se escribió así. But there are still some other ones that state that it was a soldier, que era un soldado que cargó a Cristo. Un soldado que lo llevó enfrente de él, que lo caminaba a Cristo, ¿verdad? Que era un soldado, porque tal vez veía que tal, maybe he was able to move his eyes. When the soldiers got tired, I'll go. It's Cookie. She wants to tell me something. Ahorita voy. Yo voy. Sit down. Ahorita voy. Sit down. When the soldiers got tired of holding Jesus, they passed Jesus to the other person, to another person, because the soldier was exhausted. But it was specifically a soldier holding Jesus. Constantino, when he wrote and translated in the languages, not that he wrote the Bible, he chose what it was available. escogió las cosas, las cartas, los libros que estaban encontrando. Because not everything was there. No todo estaba ahí. But you and I know, if you work in an army sometime, if you work for the military forces, right? Si usted trabajó algún día por las fuerzas militares, you know what a broken bone means. You know what a broken rib means. You know what a bunch of broken ribs means. You know what a broken bone from the arm means. You know what to be in shock means. Usted, si estaba en alguna armada, sabrá lo que significa, lo que es tener las costillas quebradas y qué tanto puede caminar y que por si el dolor que tiene le va a causar mareo y se va a desmayar. Usted que tuvo una pierna quebrada o varias piernas quebradas, golpeado en la cabeza severamente, sabrá bien si va a sostenerse en pie para andar cargando bultos, para andar cargando palos, para andar cargando cosas. No tiene sentido. It just doesn't make sense. No tiene sentido, ¿verdad? What it means is that the languages in which it was translated from one paper to the other one, que durante el tiempo que se estuvo traduciendo los hechos que acontecieron de lengua en lengua, the knowledge of the language was very little, ¿verdad? Era muy poquito lo que se podía escribir debido a que no se conocían las palabras del lenguaje. And people eventually found out and put ends together. Y al cabo de un tiempo la gente comenzó a poner cabos juntos. Because you can talk in another way, but just something that is like that. When people have never... Actually, if you ever had a car accident, si un día usted tuvo un accidente de carro, you know what it means to have a broken wrist. If you can be able to get up and be, carrying, the basket to go and wash the clothes and get up and to go and cook and wash the dishes, something very, very little, right? It's unbelievable. Si usted es médico, si usted es enfermera, ¿verdad? If you're a doctor, if you're a nurse, you'll find out what it happens when people try to get up, when they have broken wrists, when they have broken legs, when they have broken, arms, when they are in shock. If this people is going to go, si esta gente eventualmente va a poder dar un paso, it's not going to happen. No va a ser posible. And then we say that Jesus Christ's life ended as he was kept inside of the jail, que la vida de Cristo acabó cuando estaba encarcelado. Pero el cuerpo, but the human body has a system called homeostasis. Pero el cuerpo tiene un sistema llamado homeostático that will make, que va a ser lo posible, por lo menos, de hacerte abrir los ojos, where your eyes are going to be open. Jesus Christ, as he was so smart, Jesus Christ, as he was extremely utter, Jesucristo, como era de mucho orden, como era un ser súper inteligente y súper dotado, he was able to open his eyes. Él fue capaz de abrir los ojos, just like everybody when it comes from the surgery room, right? Just like everybody, when they have a car accident, they can be able to open their eyes. Just like when people is beat up in the streets, victim of gang members because they want to steal their wallet. The military has the tools to provoke and to apply a lot of pain. El sistema militar tiene mucho más que todos estos. Porque un gang member will find what they're looking for and they'll take off. Cuando las gentes como los vagos que le quieren robar encuentran lo que necesitan, se van corriendo. But these military people were looking for money. Esta gente buscaba el dinero. And just right there, y solamente ahí vemos nosotros that we have to be responsible, que nosotros tenemos que ser responsables, to understand, de entender what these people is telling us, lo que esta gente nos está diciendo, because all the words are written, porque todas las palabras están escritas, every single detail that happened around there, todos los pequeñitos detalles que pasaron are written, están escritos. But it doesn't mean that it was right. Pero no significa que estaba bien. It doesn't mean that it's supposed to be the way they did it. No significa que estaba bien de la forma que lo hicieron. But that's the way it was. That's the way they deal with it. Así fue como pasó. Así fue como ellos alcanzaron a lidiar con la situación. Illness in the military caused the abuse of Christ by people who were not Jew. Las enfermedades militares que habían en esas tropas infligieron en Cristo el dolor que los judíos no le hicieron. Who is going to be called to the presence of the Lord to be responsible for what happened to his son? ¿Quién va a ser llamada a la presencia de Dios para poder dar explicación de lo que estaba pasando? And we don't have nothing else to say. Y no tenemos nada más que decir that the troop, que la tropa, it was victim of illness, que la tropa tenía enfermedades comunitarias mismas de la gente, ¿verdad? Who came back, who were not the impostores, people who used their name of other person, or maybe they killed the soldiers. De gentes que usaron nombres de otras personas, tal vez fueron y mataron a las personas que eran las originales que debían de estar ahí. De personas and people who have bad habits, de gente que nunca se quitó sus malos hábitos, like to be drunk in the line. La gente que nunca se quitó sus malos hábitos, ¿verdad? Como las borracheras, to introduce liquor, introduciendo licor in bottles of medication, en botellas de medicamento, right? And that's what we talking about, right? Sit down, Mamarita, sit down. And we're not gonna sing right now. Sit down, Mamatita, sit down. Siéntate, sit down. And that's how she wants to sing. Sit down. Sit down, right there. Sit down. Sit down, Lisa. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Time for playing or something. And so that's what we are talking about, right? And that's what we are talking, right? And that's what we are saying, right, in regards of the troops that were back those days, right? That's it. That's it. And that's what it is, right? Entonces, vemos nosotros, ¿verdad? Con tristeza. We see with a lot of sadness, right? Todas estas cosas, ¿verdad? Que le afectaron durante el tiempo que Cristo estuvo, ¿verdad? En ese tiempo. Y así es, ¿verdad? Entonces, vamos a regresar en un momentito.